Have you ever had dreams of possible futures? Welcome to Shut Eye Theater. And I had a crazy dream of, 2120, the next presidential election, but all our nation's secrets were getting out. You see, everything was getting out. All our biggest secrets, our biggest things that we were keeping hidden from other countries, national secrets, things that we were using to protect our soldiers, our deployed soldiers, anything else that we use to even protect ourselves, like missile codes. Everything seemed to be all of a sudden out of nowhere leaking out to everywhere else. Leaked onto social media, onto other things, the HoloNet, the new greatest thing. And no one could figure out why. Now, every time they found someone who had a profound amount of evidence showing that they were leaking everything out, once they took them in and did all the proper procedures that were of the day, such as lie detection, scanning the brain, scanning memories, they found no actual physical evidence in the person's memories and no truth out of them that would have implemented them to doing the deed that there was evidence of them doing. There's physical evidence, but no mental evidence, which confounded everyone. The FBI got on the case, and this is where I started to follow. You see, I wasn't participating in the stream, I was just watching it. And I started to watch one particular FBI agent, Agent Hillary. You see, Hillary, she was an expert in espionage and breaking codes and finding secrets. So they put her on the case. But she's running into the same roadblocks that every other agency has been running into. Finding someone, then finding their innocence. No one could figure out what was going on. Then something interesting came across her desk. Evidence that implemented her as a suspect. How could it be her? But instead of questioning, she decided to test something. So she talked to all of her other agents and told them to surveillance her to an extreme measure, putting all sorts of bugs throughout her whole apartment without her knowledge of where or how, so that they could try and figure out maybe what's going on. Maybe if someone was stealing identities or codes or passwords, to be able to log into technology, to implement different people, to hide who is actually doing it. But the weird thing is, every morning when she woke up, she decided to go check in with her team. And every morning they would find that every single bug, no matter where they hit it, was miraculously turned off, and all data recorded was erased using her passcodes. How could this be? She had no memory of doing this. So they decided to use a new technology, something different. Now this was just more to log all possible evidence. This wasn't to try and figure out what was going on. It was just to log everything. Because they logged her memories, they logged her truth and lie detection every single day, just to keep track of everything. And they logged all the evidence pounding up against her. So the last thing they decided to start logging was her dreams that she had at night. No one pays attention to dreams. Why would they be important? To be honest, they didn't know. They were looking for a needle in a haystack. They just figured might as well cross every T, dot every I, to see if they could find out what was going on. And they found out something interesting. You see, every night, Hillary would not be herself. And this is what recording her dreams revealed, was that at night when she dreamed, another subconscious would take over the subconscious that had devious plans. Now, the subconscious could access every single memory that Hillary made during the day so that it could figure out how to find all the bugs, figure out how to erase them as well as deactivate them, and be able to go then reveal some secrets to whatever agency was important for that day, or social media, or any other things. This disturbed her because she thought these were just dreams. She was actively investigating this. She obviously would dream of possibilities of people doing this, even dream of herself doing it, thought she was just thinking of how could someone possibly do this, and she's dreaming up ways is all she thought. So she disregarded her dreams, but as they continued to record them, they decided to do some extra steps. You see, her team took some extra steps without telling her or informing her or even letting her on to see if they could capture anything else. And they found that not only were her dreams very revealing, but they were able to get evidence of her actually moving about her apartment, actually leaving sometimes to go do things that were part of her dreams. Another country with some advanced technology as well found a way to add a sleeping spy that the host of that subconscious personality would never know that it was them. Now, it would never stay with one person terribly long. It always switched from one to the next so that it was never quite discovered. But they just happened to stay with Hillary long enough for them to get a little bit of evidence, but no idea how, when, or the possibility of them programming this into her to where then they could steal secrets or reveal them to the world. Now, as far as they could tell, this wasn't a particular government. It seemed more the work of an anti-government group, a group that didn't want to be under anyone's rule of thumb, and they could not figure out a way to contain, stop, or secure this thing before all-out war would break out. Because some of the countries were taking advantage of the information, and ships, holodata, and even some personnel started to go missing with all the information getting released. And even though they discovered what was going on, they could not figure out how to stop it. And that's when I woke up. I woke up when they found out all the information that they needed to try and go forward, or to see what would happen when all-out war breaks loose. But just like most dreams, they end in the most inconvenient time when you would love to see more. Now, sometimes I'm lucky to have another dream later that continues stories. Unfortunately, this one, I haven't yet. I had this dream actually quite a few months ago. I wrote it down, and I was hoping I'd have another to share by at least this point so I could have more of a conclusion for you. But unfortunately, I have not yet. I will inform you if I do. But have you ever had dreams like that? Dreams of possible future espionage or technology that would be intriguing to have. Most of the technology in this dream wasn't things coming up from my brain. I've seen it in plenty of sci-fi movies or other things that would implement this kind of technology. But still, it's intriguing on how my brain took these other stories and wrapped it up into this. Leave in the comments if you've ever had an interesting dream of a possible future where everything that should be perfect wasn't, and utopia wasn't so perfect of a place to live, and espionage and secrets and other things were being divulged. Leave a comment, tell me your stories, and until next time, sweet dreams.